should be able to get prio. You're not really threatened by the Azir either. I think the Talia, but you have both your side lanes, I think, are hard losing. And you're playing into Poppy.
And you also make walls for Poppy. Maybe sit clear and make sure that Dudu has no way of getting anywhere near this an advantage in this lane. That's going to spell some grubs here at the same time as BNK might lose a dragon for it. We shall see. Raptor already moving down, and it looks like Pyosik not going to be able to get in there as Pongyan in a little bit of trouble, but so is Vikla.
Grub exchange in the long run.
Yep. And no one being able to pick up an objective feat of strength just yet, as Diablo playing very aggressively. Actually throws down the barrier in that trade. Blooming Burst going to miss, though. That does mean that at least BNK are going to win out in the damage trade. There's Kellen. So much value with the Mantra Q, as now Dudu having to try and get away from clear here, as the public execution isn't great. He's going to need another shot. Finds an auto. Needs another one, though. There it is. And it's a first blood solo kill here on the top side of the map, as Pyosik's coming in, looking to try and see whether he can get a follow-up kill. That hammer boop's going to have to be necessary here, as level 6 has been claimed. Starts off with the ulti, pushes clear into the wall, and there's the boop away. Flash forward here from Pyosik, almost gets out. Pyosik is able to finish it off in the end. Sad for Dudu that there is not enough to get him an assist in that trade as well. Waited too long.
We've never really thought about how he was able to do that after all those years.
It doesn't get better here for Dudu, apparently, as Clear is going to grab yet another kill. Raptor very comfortably comes on over, finds the heroic charge this time around. Trade positions here with Vikla, who just comes up to catch the wave. And now Kellen looking to go aggressive here towards his bottom side of the map. Has the Inspire movement speed, but he is just zoning. And Life now finds himself in a whole bunch of trouble. Voidseeker comes in, and there's the flash forward. Raptor already getting out of there, because cool guys, they do not look at explosions. They are often yordles with hammers.
Like all of this, right? The fact that Dudu's getting dough and Raptor making a consistent impact on the map. The fact that we see Berserker flash just to desperately stay alive as the Poppy is running towards him, and then has to ult defensively just to not get murdered by Diablo on the PTA Ezreal. The item spikes are done. Clear, by the way, who went for a Serpent's Fang first.
We're trading flashes for ult. That's probably good for DN Freecs. And if it's there, up and available, then the cooldown could be like 400 years, and it wouldn't matter. You gotta put it on cooldown to make that one work. As heroic charge, and where did she go? All right, Keeper's Verdict is in, and it says that Nico is out, as is the rest of the DN Freecs. First turret will go down here as BNK grab themselves some feats of strength. They already had all of the kills, and they are able to lock down the turret as well. And this game is very quickly becoming
Atlas
impossible.
Life flash.
Before your eyes?
No, I wish, but life flashed as he died there. I assume he tried to flash.
Yeah, he tried to flash to not get heroically charged, and then still got heroically charged.
And then the flash went off, and now he doesn't have flash.
Instead of top, and that means that Clear is able to come on over and take solo turret gold.
Pumyon is really trying. By the way, so many of these
His Talia is really good, as that was a late steadfast presence here. Good knock-up here from Pyosik as well, as Raptor just flashes over the wall. He's able to get himself out, and I guess it's fine.
Runs it off. He has Hex Flash, actually enabling.
There we go.
Oh, and then they get...
Yeah, and they lose out of turret in mid for it. And top lane.
And also they're going to lose Herald.
Sometimes you make a play, and everything goes wrong. And this is one of those times. DN Freecs now down about 4,000 gold. Something done. Does manage to lock down the Raptor camp, and we know that Raptor does like Raptors. Now Dudu looking for an opportunity, doesn't find the ultimate though, unfortunately, as Clear still could be in trouble. Pongyan coming on over, there's a Pop Blossom onto two seismic shove there at the same time. They have only just managed to take down the Jace. And the fight will continue. Diablo finding some autos onto Pongyan here, as this is a very aggressive position for the Ezreal. Finally, Vikla makes his way forward. The rocks are on the ground. Intended, of course, it's hard when Life's in the game. Yeah, Raptor and Diablo getting to work here on Soul Point. And that is one of the issues in going for a fight like that, using a lot of resources, because then you don't have those resources for when Shock Blast would have hurt. Didn't actually land, so it's going to be fine. Kellen now in trouble as the wall comes on through. Flashes, still dies. Think that was definitely going to happen as Keeper's Verdict gets rid of one. Berserker has to flash to get out of the heroic charge, but now PureShick is all alone in front of 4 people. He's going to have to flash himself, and now it's clear that's in an awkward spot. This is a very strange scenario as there's a public execution, finds Diablo in the backline as the Sun Disc goes up and the seismic shove does go wide. Have to answer this wave that is going to march on down.
Oh, Raptor went Trailblazer. That's kind of cute.
PureShick going to get pushed back here by Vikla, but maybe Vikla didn't like that decision. Pop Blossom is on to 2. The wall coming through as well, but the Nico is already dead. Just a little too early is now Pungyan having to deal with Diablo. The flash has to come out, but once again, Dudu is surgical with this public execution. Still, Diablo is going to survive. Oh my god, the Raptors almost killed him. Raptor, you have to be so careful.
Doable, but PureShick is low.
Oh, Pungyan. We're looking for the wall, and he throws it down. It's in an odd position. He wants to lock down Kellen, but he has flash as the Keeper's Verdict is just going to be thrown. Raptor, can he keep him out? No, he can! Oh my god, somehow it's Vikla that locks down the Dragon. Not sure how that really worked here as Dudu gets over the wall, just trying to escape other DN Freecs. His life once again. That's a great ultimate, buddy, but it's just not going to help you at all. Want to see the extra statistics they're able to put together. Instead, they're going to go for this inner turret. Pungyan comes on over, but it's not really going to help them. It goes down once again, the E forward, obviously. Heroic charge, finds an angle onto PureShick. He does have the ulti, but they all get into the circle. Diablo just able to take him out, and the seismic shove does nothing. It's another kill for the Ezreal as we zoom in on a possible teleport ward. But you've got 2 dead. You're just not going to really make anything happen.
Did life die off screen? That was just PureShick,
Oh,
right?
was that we were zooming in on a corpse? I thought we were just zooming in on a ward that someone could teleport to.
I don't know. There's too much happening, and none of it is good for DN Freecs.
Oh, did life actually transform into a ward and then died, and then it's the corpse of a ward that we saw?
So he would never die. The fact he doesn't get hit by it, I respect that.
Pop Blossom comes through. Raptor's now in potentially a bit of trouble as Clear dives on top of Berserker. He knows exactly what his target is. The Q is on the floor and he gets a double! What the hell, Raptor? That was obscene! And now it's Diablo's turn, chasing after PureShick here. He's got a red buff. It is ticking, and I don't think that this Xin Zhao is going anywhere. Yeah, he's just going to stand still because he knows that he'll just have absolutely no way to do anything. This could just be game, set, and match as Vikla diving onto Dudu, throws away the ulti. Because, yeah, you may as well. Some Conquering Sands coming down, but he doesn't really need to conquer the Sands. They're looking to take down the Nexus, and that will be taken out. Pungyan, unfortunately, going to suffer a loss on his Talia, but not before killing Diablo and possibly keeping this game alive.
They can hold.
Just used to check the Otacon. The rest of the team going to be here.
The minion
goes in. All right, yeah, Life looking for that angle. Does find the double Pop Blossom here as Raptor. He's pretty tanky, but he's not quite tanky enough. Vikla's like done with this game almost entirely. Is the public execution going to be used onto Diablo? They're just trying to buy time though. Diablo wanting to take down whoever he can, whichever straggler they can find. Pungyan will get on over here though, as now Vikla needs to work out what he wants to do. Is it going to be kill the Talia? And the answer is yes. And now with one extra super minion here in the mid lane, Life, you're not going to survive that, buddy. And one after the other, they are diving forward. Oh, the Void Seeker would have been the end of him. Dude does find the angle though. They can hold again. You're exactly right, Chronicler. They can indeed hold.
We might have given up on DN Freecs. Baron and Elder are up.
I'm looking at my hands. I just can't see the game on them, you know?
But
it's still going. They're going to look for an Elder. It's going to be an honest 5v5 though.
Nexus.
And
they have an open Nexus. Not the Soul! Not the Elder for Nexus!
I mean, Clear is already in. He's like, all right, well, that's going to be a Mega Cone as he flashes in, but it's still PureShick that's able to lock down the Dragon. Heroic charge just to buy a bit of space. But you can see...
The turret!
Yep, the turret is going to respawn. The teleport going to be used to get on top of it, and both inhibitors are back up. They are completely trolled. It's like Death to Worlds, ladies and gentlemen, as are the stakes here in this Saturday showdown.
There's game!
Oh, this is so obscene. Okay, in picture, now in live, we have the Baron being taken down. The DN Freaks, that is going to spell a gold lead, baby! As soon as this turret is taken down. This should not be happening. That's all I got. Vitality is concerned. BNK are on the ropes.
So the funniest part to me is that I still think BNK's comp is very good, and they might still win this game.
You know how teams here in the LCK often try to emulate T1? That Sam people do tend to walk single file to hide their numbers.
And you spill your glass of coffee, or your drink of choice, so tea, water, milk, I don't know what you have in the morning, and you spill it, and you're like, well, it's annoying, but I'm not gonna let this ruin my day.
Yeah. Then everything else tries to ruin your day.
And like you start getting more and more frustrated with it, because you're like, I said this wasn't gonna ruin my day, but guess what? It has. It has ruined your day. It's about to ruin your game.
Well, now you've got Clear, who's continuing to try and split push. That is going to be the game plan here, as BNK not going to be able to defend their bottom inhibitor turret. It's not the most valuable. They will be able to get a whole bunch of petals from it. That's going to help them out. 4 items now completed for Dudu as well. I mean, Clear he's about to finish his last one, but still, right here, as Berserker makes his way over, teleport in. That's going to bring Punyan back into the fight once again, but Dudu is in a lot of trouble. And there is the Pop Blossom, but it's not going to find Diablo life. He went for the Hail Mary as there is the public execution, but it's onto Diablo in the back line, and there's no one following up. Empress Divide onto 2. The stopwatches are being broken all over the place as Life takes down Vickler, and somehow Punyan finds the shove to possibly win them the game. The flash over from Pyoshik, the seismic shove once again onto Clear, but Berserker's in trouble, and Raptor finds him.
Look at the base!
There's another one, and Punyan may have just won DN Freaks this game 1.
They've done it! They're winning a game!
Look, there is game everywhere, all over these hands, and it's all coming up DN Freaks. I don't know whether I like it. I don't know whether this is the kind of game that we want here in the LCK, but it is damn entertaining, and the DN Freaks, they deserve it. Is that what's written down in Rapid Star's notebook right now?
We have 2 frontliners. Okay, we have someone whose entire job is trying to get you your money. Okay, and then we have Renata to make sure that even if they engage on you, they can't kill you.
Which one's this one?
Okay,
because I was watching you play it.
It is, and it's gone because I pre-ordered it because I love both artists, like the writers that have done it. But it's from the Danganronpa people.
Punyan? That one. Punyan? Yeah, he might just be. Watch out! Eep! Okay, yeah, that's First Blood.
Oh, he did. They knew what the ward was. Diablo's in a flash. He just flashed over the wall. He's crazy!
Oh god, oh god. Okay, well, Kellen is going to be collected, and he knows he's dead. There goes the Ash, and that is the first kill for the DN Freaks. At the bottom of the screen, and I'm seeing a Berserker comp. I think it's pretty obvious, as now Punyan's flashing, but so is Vickler, and Punyan's just dead. Again. Raptor is so incredibly strong. Ladies and gentlemen, he is just going to head over and take whatever he would like. I imagine that the idea is to maybe go for a bit of a trade. Pyoshik wanting to collect himself a Raptor camp here.
No, Raptor.
Raptor, yeah. Raptor. As Pyoshik is able to run himself away. I thought they were just made for the TV show, for the movie, but they're not. They're actually real. As, all right, Punyan, he's going in, does find himself a really nice charm, and Kellen will be taken down. He's just putting the stacks into Berserker, and then walks back to lane, and things are all still awful.
Damage sources, and I can guarantee you, BNK, they also know what the comp for DN Freaks is. Soul Berserker.
Yeah,
that's it.
So far, Berserker sitting on 0 deaths. So there we go. Dudu gonna have his back interrupted. He invented the dinosaur, as in, like, the dinosaur was never actually a thing.
I thought you were just setting up for a bit, you know? It's like, oh,
no, they weren't like real dinosaurs.
Okay.
Although the ones in Jurassic World, they were real, because Chris Pratt, like, they were actually his dinosaurs that he had, which was really, really cool. And that's why he got to use those hand movements so
Very
effectively.
convenient.
Yeah. As all right, Kellen is doing his very best here to just volley him down since the last.
Normally Atlas and I are notoriously very game-minded individuals.
Oh yeah.
I've actually
Eyes on the prize, baby.
Pioshik.
All right, not quite able to get the crash here as the flash out of the Impale is good from Raptor. Still they're going to need a bit more, and Berserker is a raid boss. He is so scary. Kellen takes a quarter of his health bar just off of one as there's the flash jump. Pungyun's found it again, but Raptor this time able to throw out at least a Q to try and get something back. Good bailout, and Berserker is able to get the kill as well. Clear wanting to get on top of him, but the charm to misdirect. This Pungyun guy outside of lane is so incredibly good, and Vikla also going to be lying on the floor. The Dusante able to grab that kill.
Starts off with Pioshik doing some very ill-advised drifting. Everyone, please do not take drifting lessons from this man. I wouldn't trust him. It was not great scarnering. Really big mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, you know?
By the way, this game is nowhere near over.
Oh, not even a little bit. But I do think DN FEARX are feeling great because Berserker is up 2.5k gold.
Yeah.
Or close to.
Going to try and make things dark here as he approaches, and I think I can understand why BNK is standing. Never mind, they're not back. They're actually going to throw out a arrow. Berserker was tanking up that turret and does get Fate's call. Goes into the Herald. He looked like he got Fate's call. He did. Watch out, Eve. Berserker might be just going down. 600 gold over to Raptor. Oh my goodness, and now it's Clear's turn to run amok in this fight. That's the power of dinosaurs. Ladies and gentlemen, he is not done yet. As look at this dominance. The Root Prison comes down. And you don't want to be stuck in a prison with a croc that's that big. There goes the turret in response. BNK a little bit closer to winning a game in this series. What? It's insane. Yeah.
But you do need to be very carefully positioned. I don't think he had to be that far up.
Speaking of being far up, Clear.
That's fine. He's a big crocodile. He's a very scary dinosaur. There's 4 people coming. He might be dead. I take it back.
He might be indeed dead. He is still going to flash as the arrow's very cute. That was cute, wasn't it? A few seconds time. Pungyun going to come down towards the bottom side. We'll clear out this turret. Very nicely done. DN FEARX, they do have the feats of strength.
Oh god, if they get mountain, if BNK start stacking mountains,
Dragons aren't real. They don't matter.
No, I know they did in the last game, but I want to remind you, what is the one weakness of the DN FEARX comp? They have 2 damage dealers.
With his Bloodthirster, but these resistances are gonna get shredded, and Berserker obviously knows that he is the main character. There's no one else that can really get too much done here as Clear. Immediately just going to stop Dudu in his tracks. The Otacon is still the focus. Handshake going to miss the Realm Warp to get Vikla in so deep. Looks for Berserker off to the back end of the fight as Dudu just goes all out. Clear though, he goes all in and he manages to stun up Berserker. The bailout is going to be there as he flashes away, but it's just not going to be enough. A double for Raptor, 1 for the Croc, and Pungyun's going to try and flash away, but the Dominus, it's looking for him. Another one is going to be required as far as the slices and dices, but looks like Otacon is just going to go over to BNK. And that game that we had written all over our hands, it's starting to read a little bit yellow and black, my friend.
The Sandstorm
It
here.
approaches. It's so good.
Yeah.
So incredibly good. All right, well, DN FEARX now on the defensive, exactly where they want it to be, ladies and gentlemen. As Berserker and Dudu going for a bit of a flank angle onto Clear. Remember, he does have the ability to be withdrawn, and he manages to get the turret. Wanting to set up for a decent slice angle, gets a good old shield, and it looks like he might be dead. There he goes. So not dead, just all of his health is gone, and he spends some time back home for a few moments. They'll trade that, though, for an inner turret on the bottom side of the map as well. And remember, Clear got his job done. What he wanted to do was take down the turret, and did indeed manage to do that.
Are you trying to Velvis it?
Unlosable, baby.
I'm with you. I think this one is in the bag for BNK.
All right, Pungyun, he's going to find himself a charm as the handshake brings him even closer. Fate's call from Diablo just gets Kellen out of there, and there goes the Renata. Unlosable, baby. That might actually be the case, as I was trying to cast a Curse because Curse seemed very strong yesterday. Just doesn't seem quite as powerful here today. First inhibitor going to go down. BNK FEARX, without their mid laner, without their support, trying to put up a defense. There is at least a frontline. Berserker is still alive, but Dudu, he's getting down lower and lower. Pyoshi gets a crash into the wall. That is a really nice impale, but Vikla uses it just to gap close onto the Draven. And this time, Diablo is not diving any fountains. This time, BNK FEARX mean business. And the Sandstorm will eliminate the Nexus here in this series. BNK FEARX not down and out after throwing away game one. And this could be our first 3-0 of the regular season. When Gumayusi did this yesterday, I was upset because it was Braum and the Lucian that time around. Doesn't feel great. Up towards that top side. Helps with the Dragon in the meantime. Could certainly get themselves into a position to fight for these grubs. Maybe they don't want to. Maybe they would prefer just to go for a bit of a reset. Vikla is struggling a little in this lane, as we can see. Behind by about a wave.
Pungyan.
Oh dear, Raptor looking to move in. There's a gravity field. Not going to quite find a stun or anything like that, as Kellen just wandered his way over. And Raptor's dove in. Pyoshik in position right now as the death ray comes on down, and Raptor gonna have to flash to get himself out of there, but Pyoshik immediately follows him. Headbutt Pulve right on top of Pungyan, so he's gonna go down, but First Blood already went over to the DN FEARX. 1-for-1 as now Pyoshik finds himself in an awkward spot. Kellen really needs to find himself a Pulve, but he does not have it off cooldown.
I'm not gonna set up for the dive though, kinda. Yeah, there you go, I was about to say. I wish they did, but he didn't. Oh,
yeah, he's just dead. He does flash, but Pyoshik missing the daggers is suboptimal. And now Pyoshik could, never mind. He just goes untargetable because he's in the Fury, so he's fine. Thought maybe that was on cooldown. It was not. And so that is just a pick onto Diablo. It should be all of the grubs going over to Raptor, so there is that.
With sums though, you can.
Yeah, please.
Just point and click it.
Yeah.
Right, what else do we got?
Allow you to do your buttons.
Okay.
Something surmountable. That's a cask, as Dudu is really putting in work here against Clear. And Leap Strike comes on down. Clear able to get himself out and holds the flash. How did he hold the flash?
In jungle, still just not seeming that great. We'll see if they can make a play here.
Yeah, that is going to be Raptor being able to pick up the crab, but is Kellen just going to die for it? Diablo says no, as in goes Pyoshik, now untargetable, but the culling is going to follow him, and there goes the doggo. Shockwave onto 3, the bullet time! It was the shock time chronicler! It happened!
So if it fails, it's dependent on the outcome. If it fails, it's shock time.
Yeah, shock time if it fails.
Because we sit here in shock.
Bullet wave if it does stuff. Yeah.
Or you're gonna do like the deep guttural bullet wave.
Yeah, that's my
Amazing.
plan. I didn't really want to give it away. All right, there's the alley-oop to himself here for Dudu, and Clear does the same thing again, where he presses Leap Strike and is K. I'm sick of you pretending that they don't exist.
They are not real.
When you have been the main issue.
They are our brain tricking us. Oh!
All right, that's a play. Raptor is just going to dive on top of Pungyan. He's dead. And Shockwave hits onto 2, and unfortunately there is no time. He's just dead.
This wave. But they're going to lose the trade.
Well, the cannon will stay alive, I guess. Maybe that's the thinking. I don't know. I don't. Look, they know better than I guess. Dudu going to be able to clear out the wave, and Clear be able to pick it up before it crashes pretty comfortably. Done here, as the outer on the top side of the map is also going to go down. Gold entirely even.
Not again.
Oh, he's getting ganked by a Lucian. I don't know about that one. Teleport is going to come on in there as Raptor flashes for the stun and just takes away the kill, because he may as well. Pyoshik able to dash his way out, but that's not really the response that they wanted. Clear is just going to destroy this turret as well. The amount of jaxing this guy's doing is pretty high. Amount of stuff happening. All right, let's kill Vikla is the game plan here as the quickness comes in first. Doggos are going to close the gap as the flash. Raptor is in position. Shockwave going to pull him out of the stun as well. Nicely done. As now Kellen able to to be here to assist Raptor. I just don't know whether it's quite going to be enough, as Life is possibly going to die. The Ignite's still ticking, but not going to be enough there. Pungyan also going to be able to stay alive, as is Life, who gets into the alcove of safety. And Diablo is chasing down Berserker and goes back.
I had no vision. Didn't know where Berserker was. While all this is going on, Clear is unbothered in his lane, pushing.
Yeah. Dudu going to do the same thing here. So the gold sort of ping-ponging around a little bit will end up as being...
used to play for DNF Freecs, so I haven't seen him in a while, but his name was Bulldog. Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Feel?
All right, Kellen is going to interrupt Life here, and that is going to be the first Chemtech Drake. Raptor now just going to die. Nothing he can do about this one. They take their time, but I just don't think he's going to have anywhere that he can go. Koshik is able to get the daggers in. There we go. Clear is, I mean, this is the most split-pushy Jax that we've seen in a really long time.
Certainly.
Okay. Do you know what's also coming out? A team fight, I think, as Koshik does
now.
flip over the wall. Kellen trying to keep himself healthy. Pyoshik's on target ability is now on cooldown, but the quickness going to be employed here by Life. Pyoshik dives in, but man, he is like paper. Pungyan also just going to be taken out, and I don't think that we're going to get Shocky Wave left up and available. This is still a really important one to go for, as Kellen just trying to deal with Dudu. And this was beautifully played. Make sure they pick this one up. There's the flash in from Clear. I don't know about that one, but Raptor was there to follow up. Life going to be stabbed and obliterated. And this guy is just a tank. He's an absolute monster. Clear on this Jax just walks into 3 people and cleans it up. And I'll take an Otacon as well. BNK FEARX. I love how game number 1 was one of the most horrendous throws we've ever seen. But this, the last 2 games, they kept their heads on their shoulders. They played it out and they locked in.
They locked in. That's all they did. You know, that a lesser team will tell you.
Okay. I'd be okay with it even if you were using it just as an exaggeration. I'd be totally fine with that.
Yeah, but then what would be the point?
All right, Life down to 50%, just looking for flank angles as, oh my god, the blender has occurred. But maybe it is time. The cask is going to be utilized here, but Berserker, he is already dead. The bullets or the time, they are not going to be able to be utilized in the next upcoming battle. And Clear has made sure that no one has a health bar. Dudu almost just dead as an Empower, I think would have just taken him out. Thankfully, he gets over his wall. Still, inner turret going to fall. And BNK, when he was playing in Challenger, him and Thanatos,
oh my god,
those matchups were so sick. As that sidestep on the cask, absolutely beautiful here by Diablo. And Dudu has absolutely nowhere he can go. Clear also offering so much damage. Pyoshik come in and steal Baron. And
he's on the other end of the map.
And yeah, it's like his smite range is not that high.
I feel confident in my statement, Atlas. I'm not making it for content.
The losability is not high.
It goes full circle.
Yeah. Works 60% of the time, every time. Okay, we've got the Grand Starfall as Raptor comes in. They're not going for a flip, but still the bullet time is decent. Shockwave, though, not doing too much of anything at all. Down goes Pungyan. And the stun onto Pyoshik is pretty targetable here, ladies and gentlemen. Clear, which just wanders over to watch him die, but it's actually going to be the double picked up by Raptor. And BNK FEARX, I don't think they even really care about an Elder Drake. They're looking to break open the base right now, and maybe they're going to siege themselves a victory instead of going for any sort of flips or silly stuff like that. Still, there are 3 left alive, one of them being Berserker, who does have some wave clear. Problem is, not a lot of AoE, and there's the flash forward from Raptor. They don't have Berserker anymore. I told a lie. And the counter-strike from Clear comes on through to spell the end of Life. Dudu, he's a tank Gragas. He's not going to be killing anyone. He can distract them for a little bit, but instead it's a triple kill for Clear. 6-0-5 on this Jax. Do not get this man a real weapon. He will be way too deadly.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.